24th at 7 p.m. when we host the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Witness world-class talent, including national champions and Olympians. Don't wait. Secure your single match tickets today at supernovas.com and become a part of history.
Multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the
Who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment
Hey,
operators,
Husker Nation,
laborers,
Matt Davison
diesel
here with
mechanics,
1890.
aerial linemen.
It's an exciting
Join the
time to be a
brotherhood
Husker.
built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association on the station.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to it on a Wednesday. I appreciate you hanging out with me on a Wednesday night as we set up a week that's pretty important, especially in the Pro Volleyball Federation. You can be a part of what we're doing. The text line is 402-464-5685. Sutter Heyman text line if you want to follow on the live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Allo Cable Channel 961. You can see in studio and see what's going on. You want to be a part of the conversation, go ahead and text in, and we'll read them and get them to our guests as well. Austin Harrison, if you would, please, kind sir, give me a little vibe. Let's set the table for what we're about to talk about.
Omaha making changes and getting Mayfield, Cartwright, and Hilly on the floor and into the rotation. Cartwright down the sideline for the kill. Point, Omaha.
Maybe they'll provide a little bit of spark. Great dig by Brooke Nunaviller, and then Cartwright somehow contorted her arm to hit as she was kind of pulled in and off, contorted her arm to hit that ball right down that sideline in zone 5, and nobody was there because of where she was at, so great shot by her.
Cartwright deserves that set point number 2 for Linda. Gets a little tape, and it's an ace. Set point 3 at 24-16. Gets some more tape again and gets across for the ace. Have a moment.
You know, come in, make an impact.
Nunaville with a second swing. Goes down the line. Great save dig by Gillen. And a jousted to net one by Megan Cartwright. Point, Omaha. Reagan Cooper serves at 12-11.
That's a part of the story of the Pro Volleyball Federation was trying to figure out, one, the caliber of play and then the personalities involved. And the big thing that we found out is that, one, there's a lot of depth, a lot of talent in this league, and certainly on this Supernovas roster. I am grateful for the fact that the Supernovas allow us to tag along and tell the stories and introduce some of these players to you. Tonight, we have two special guests here on One, and let me introduce them to you all, Maggie Cartwright and Christina Vuchkova from the Supernovas. Ladies, first of all, thank you for making time for me on a Wednesday night. I know you got lots going on. First, Maggie, good to see you. Christina, how are you? Thank you for doing this. First of all, how are you? We've been away for a couple of days. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And we got both of them there. Well done. Okay, so Maggie, let's start with you because I want to give folks this is not your introduction to Nebraska. You were here for the Elite Eight and had an opportunity to dive into the pool of what Nebraska volleyball was all about. Maggie, let me ask you, what was your impression of Nebraska before you became a member of the Supernovas?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I always knew, growing up, I always watched Big Ten volleyball, so I always knew volleyball was really legit in Nebraska. But just going to Lincoln and playing in the atmosphere against Nebraska was probably the craziest experience ever. I think there's a difference between like rowdy crowds that are rude and just like people that love the game. And I think Nebraska is a perfect example of just a ton of people that love volleyball and love to support the sport. And that was my experience. It was I know they weren't rooting for my team, but it was fun to play in that environment nevertheless.
Christina, this has been a journey. You were in mid-season and you get the phone call and then the decision is made for you to join the Supernovas. What was the decision for you? What did you think of the federation? Did you think of the league? Is this everything you thought it would be?
First of all, hello to everyone who is listening. Hello to you. I had a call in June, and for me it was like kind of dream, for me and my family to come in USA because we wanted so much to see and to play here. And because your national team of women volleyball is so strong and so powerful, all these years, we European people, we are asking each other why they doesn't have pro volleyball league. Like everyone want to come and play here because everyone know how you make good all these things, media and the crowd, the gym and everything. It's so high level. So for me was from the beginning I was like little scary because it was first year and I really didn't know what to do. Should I come? Should I make this crazy great experience? Then my husband was the one that he was pushing me like, we need to go there. We need to see. You need to try. You play everywhere. Only in USA you never been. So after that, my decision was really quickly. And after China, I directly came here to you. So it was really great experience. Like, it's really nice. For now, I'm so happy here.
Both of you are family-based players and people. It's impressive to watch. Christina, to watch you interact and engage and love on your family and have them as a part of the process. How important is that and how do you manage it? Because you're playing volleyball at the highest level and you're still maintaining this incredible family experience. How do you handle
it? You can ask my husband because he's the one that he support me. If I don't have him here and last years since we are full family with our son, I think I couldn't survive because first that he is my motivation. Second is one of the guy that he is really like supporting me so much. He push me like also sometimes he's so angry when I'm not playing good. Like I see in the crowd and he's like, you need to win. You need to show yourself. What is this face? You need to push yourself. He's like this since we are together. And he's like my mental coach a lot. Like after every game, we have kind of scout. What did I do wrong? What I did good? So because of him, I think I can still play in this high level. I can still enjoy volleyball because I'm a mother, like it's so hard if I'm alone to make these things, like to take care of my son alone. It's impossible. So we managed together and he's really main part of all this journey now.
We are here with Justina Vuchkova and Maggie Cartwright of the Supernovas. Maggie, a lot of your story is family based, and the support that you're getting and that you've gotten, that's how you elevate from Arkansas and then directly into the pro league. What is it about your family that makes it so special and so supportive?
Yeah, I think, well, for me, kind of crazy. My mom loves watching me play volleyball. So she moved to Arkansas my last year of college for other reasons, but just to watch me. And I think that helps me. I know she loves watching me play, and just knowing that she could come to the games. I don't know, it really filled my heart, just seeing her in the crowd every home game. But just my siblings, I have older sister and older brother and a younger brother. And it's just cool, like, being busy in college, and now it's like you don't text each other for a few days, but my siblings always text me before every game, and they're just like, good luck tonight, we're proud of you no matter what. And it's just a special thing, because as with how busy we are, we don't get to talk to them a lot. And I think just those texts really mean a lot, and not being able to see them. And my brother actually surprised me in Lincoln when we played. And so just like that kind of stuff keeps you going, and just, those are the important people that you want to make proud. And it's cool to see those texts and hear those words coming from people you love so much.
I want to introduce you to in full to the fan base and to the listeners. And I think a big part of the story is home. And I think you both have interesting stories about home. So Maggie, I'll ask you first. Let our listeners know, what is home? Talk about your journey from the place that you were born and who those people are.
Yeah, so I am from Appleton, Wisconsin. I started playing volleyball my freshman year of high school. So I just got introduced to club and high school volleyball. And it was funny because I always hated doing summer sports. Like, I always played basketball, and I was like, I'm going to be in the WNBA. I'm going to play basketball. And my dad played professional basketball, and he played in the NBA for a very short amount of time. So I was like, I'm going to play basketball. This is the best thing ever. And my mom made me go to volleyball. And of course, like, I'm in my basketball shorts and my jersey, and I'm like, I'm a basketball player. And just like, I was like, I don't like volleyball. And then one of my best friends asked me to play with her in her backyard. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. So I started doing all the camps. And we did an overnight camp in this town called Oshkosh. And they have, I don't know, I think it's a D3 volleyball program. And we played, I loved it. And the next weekend I did the same exact camp, because I was like, I love volleyball. And so my mom was a big part of she drove me around everywhere, and she made sure I was at every single practice and every single tryouts. And tryout season isn't easy because they're normally stacked on top of each other for the sole purpose that you don't go to a certain team. But my mom made it work, and my brother played volleyball, and so we would always play together, and he would always tell me I'm a bad setter, and I was like, yeah, I know. So there's some motivation there. But yeah, I think truly my family, we've always been in sports. And I have my brothers that always, they pick on me, and they're like, you're so bad, and it's fun. And we've always been really competitive with each other. But truly my mom, and getting to college, that whole experience was crazy. I think I know that it was just truly God's plan, God's will. And he did all of that for me. And probably the least stressful part of my career, but probably the most stressful for my mom. But at the end of the day, I'm here now, and I think it's based on family. They motivate me to do what I need to do, and I want to play well and perform for them.
Justina, please tell the folks, home, you've had quite the journey, and you've traveled the world, and this amazing sport has kind of provided opportunities, and you've taken advantage of it. But just describe home to our listeners.
So should I describe how I start, or should I describe my home?
Yeah, start where you started, because where you started from, that's quite the journey.
So this was so funny, because I like my mom and dad was searching something like that I need to start to do because I had so much crazy energy. The talent from our family was my brother, who now it's HR, who is not volleyball player or any athlete.
Yeah.
And they was searching just kind of sport also because all my family are so like we are top people, my father, mother, my uncle, everyone. So they were searching something just to start to little lose my energy and to look good because tall woman with bad shoulders and all, it's not good looking. So they wanted just to have good body. And then I was crazy about swimming and that's why I start to start to play volleyball really late. So in one place, one woman just like we were going with my mom to go for swimming lessons and something like this, and then one woman came and just saw me and she said, "You are perfect for a volleyball player." But the point was that I was 14, almost 15 years old, so it was so late. So they bring me. I had 1 year that nobody wanted to make any practice because it was so late. I don't need to practice. Everything is finished. All the girls in my age already was in national team because we in Europe, the main thing is like first national team, then you go outside in Europe, So for me, the timeline was like finished, I didn't have any chance. And I also really hated volleyball because of this situation. So I was running out from practice. I was like, didn't want to go. I went to school all the time. In one moment, just came one ex-volleyball player who was our one like big star in that time in Europe, one middle blocker. And she came, "Look, Christina, I will start to practice with you because I see you have future, you have talent, you have perfect body for middle blocker. You're like really like perfect for athlete." So she started to practice with me almost every day, like in the movies, in the night and all this stuff. And then I grow up so quickly. For 1 year, I went in national team of my generation. Then I went in the women volleyball of the club in Sofia. And then after 2 years, I already was in Italy in one of the best team in the world in that time. They were like champions of Italia. And there was one of the biggest star in Europe in that moment. So for me, it was like, I'm playing with LeBron James and all these big names,
Yeah.
And from that start my career. But it was funny because nobody from my family wanted to do any sport because everyone was with high education. For us, it's so hard in Europe to make balance between school and sport. If you need to be a big athlete, you need to choose one because nobody accepted, like nobody support you if you are really good. It's not like here.
Right.
So you need to be, if you want to be a teacher, go and because nobody will accept that you're gonna missing some lessons and all this stuff. So that's how it's working there. It's a little hard about this stuff, but it's that.
I would ask what you would be doing, Christina, if you weren't playing volleyball. Are you saying you'd be a teacher? Is that what you're saying?
No, but for example, I follow my brother because my brother is like a idol for me. He's 3 years older than me. He teach me everything. Like he show me everything. Like also still now things that I know is because of him. Maybe I will follow him like with what is the name in English? Like HR. This is economics.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. I think I will gonna follow him and I will do this stuff. But now I want, when I finish like now I'm studying to be a coach.
Yeah.
But after that, I wanna, like when I finish my career, I wanna be therapist. I love all these things also because I have experience with all my injuries and the injury of the other players. So 100% I have more experience and I'll be really helpful for the people. But I need more time. I need to be in there in home in Bulgaria to because this is really hard.
You're not done. You're not done yet. You've got so much gas in the tank.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing this for a while. And over the course of the hour, we'll get into some of the personalities, things that I've noticed being on the road with these two young ladies, that the personalities matter. Maggie, let me ask you, if you weren't a pro volleyball player, what do you think you would be targeting?
I've always wanted to be a volleyball coach. I think I just really like volleyball, and that's one thing I've always wanted to do. I always told my coach at Arkansas, which I'm repping right now, as we can see, is that I always wanted to coach with him. I think it's neat. You get a lot of different types of people, different athletes, and coaching is definitely up there.
Maggie, can I ask you, since Arkansas is in the news, can I ask you why a coach like John Calipari will leave Kentucky to come to Arkansas? What's happening in Fayetteville that people he would make that move? You've been there. You can tell us, what are the good things about University of Arkansas?
I mean, honestly, there's not really a bad thing about Arkansas. Being in the SEC, you're spoiled, so spoiled. But yeah, you have great facilities. You can recruit a wide variety of people, which I think is a total advantage, especially with the transfer portal being the way it is. Along with the facilities, our athletic facilities, the schooling's great. We have like a food center that's just for student athletes, and half of it's food, half of it's academic. And yeah, I mean, you're spoiled. And I think in the SEC, people love the SEC, and you go there and you know that you're going to get athletes that work hard. And I know a lot of people are sad to see Muss leave, but I'm not surprised that we have another, high caliber coach coming in. So, I mean, you're spoiled at Arkansas, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I needed to ask that. You mentioned diet, and I think it's a big part of being professionals. And I want to ask you both, because coming from different places, athletes require a different level of nutrition and fuel for the body. So, Christina, what from what you would normally eat, and then how do you maintain a healthy diet being on the road with the Supernovas? What do you eat? What's your diet? How do you handle this?
Well, wait. First, Creed,
sorry.
tell them what was made for you the other day.
First, I want to tell first of all that I care so much about everything what I'm eating. Like, I want to be not about it how I look like. I want to be strong. I want to be powerful. I don't want to feel tired because of my experience. I tried everything, so I just find out what is make me tired, what make me pain, what make me like swollen and don't feel good in the practice. So I all the time follow to eat healthy, to eat clean. But I want to tell that Maggie is our bakery girl. I don't know how it's called in English. And I make kind of, I provocate her because she cook all the time some kind of American things like banana bread and all this stuff, And I said, Maggie, you need to make like Bulgarian cake. And she was like, what? Then Maggie really did Bulgarian biscuit cake she did incredible job, because all the ingredients that she was searching here in USA, it's so hard to find. The kind of biscuits, the kind of cream that she need to make. So she create really good Bulgarian biscuit cake. She bring to us, to my family, to the team. Also for all of the girls was so different taste, but was really delicious. And it's like cream with biscuits.
Yeah.
And then she bring to my family, and they was like, we eat for 30 seconds. So Maggie did a really great job, and now all the girls start to make in the group like what they want from Maggie to make, because it's about the diet. Like thanks God, Supernovas have so good organization. Like I never had this kind of high level. How can I tell, organization or managing things about to feel healthy, to feel good. They all the time searching places, and we eat all the time really healthy. They're trying their best, and I'm so thankful, because because of this so many travels, we don't have time. Sometimes it's really hard to find good food like vegetables, clean meat, all this stuff that you need your body after, especially after a tough game. And also it's really wrong and really bad to don't eat after game, because your body need recovery, your body need power also. So about all this organization, they all the time provide us food from really good places. So I am really happy about this.
Good. Maggie, what about you? And now that we know that Maggie is a dessert chef. We can put more things in. I feel bad because she's trying to eat healthy, and I had dessert delivered. I had the tasty churros sent to the Supernovas, and they were delivered after the game. And I felt bad because they're healthy. They're trying to be healthy, and here I am shoving sugar down their throats. Maggie, how do you handle the nutritional side of it?
Honestly, Cree. First of all, I'd like to say Cree is actually great with. I'll never forget this. After we played in Orlando, we did a 5-set match, and she's like, "Girls, can I walk home with you?" Because it's like a 15-minute walk. Because she's like, "It's good for the body," and I was like, "This girl is on a different level."
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I would say honestly, it's been tough for me because I'm very picky, and I like to eat not great. But recently, starting on Monday, I was like, I'm going to eat a lot better. I'm going to be healthy because I know it's important for my body. And I know that I get kind of paranoid about like injuries. If I don't feel my body right, then I'm more prone to injury. And I think that's been kind of on my mind lately. So there's a transition going on, but I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm super healthy and like I eat really great, because honestly, it's been a work in progress, but we're getting somewhere, so that's good.
But you're also so young. I just want to tell that in this age, it's so hard really to manage the situation because you have so much free time with your friends and all this stuff, So also every player in this kind of age start to search the right food. But it's good that she will start, and because on her age also I was always trying to eat clean, but was not like now last 7 years, I don't know, 5 years, I don't remember. But the point is that it's normal in this age. We are 10 years different, right? Maybe you're 23.
Yeah,
I'm 32, so it's normal that she is there. She's on that point. Also, sometimes I just make a kind of comments,
No, but that's a part of the relationship and the teammates, is that leadership comes in different ways, and sometimes you need to have the veterans say, "Hey, listen, put that food down. It's not good for you. I've already done this. I've already learned this."
Exactly.
I want to ask you both, because there's so much personality on this roster. There's so many just different cast of characters, and to ask you both, one, I'm going to ask Maggie to give me a secret about Christina that she doesn't want told. Tell me a thing about Christina and who she is.
Oh gosh,
she's scary now.
I don't know. I don't think it's a secret. I think just like brutally honest sometimes, whether it's volleyball or outside of volleyball. I don't know if it's just the Bulgarian in her. But I think it's just totally her. It's just, she just says what she thinks, and we're like, yeah, that makes sense. And I think, I don't know, she just says whatever. And that's all I got. I think
Maggie, I can vouch. It's hilarious from courtside that there's certain athletes that are the most expressive on the court, and Christina is the best to watch because, first of all, there's never been a good call against the Supernovas.
Never been what?
There's never been a call against the Supernovas that you agreed with. You are so animated, and it's so much fun to watch. I think the coach thing in you exists because you, even in how you discuss with judges, you're working this officially. Like, you want to make sure that your point is known, that you saw this thing clearly, and it's
exactly. I mean, in life, my main problem is that everything what I think is showing on my face. And this is I'm so truly like I'm so real. That's why we fight much time with my husband every day, because sometimes even I think, for example, oh no, now I have clouds, I want sunny, and my face it's changed only about these thoughts, and then he's like, what you want now, what is the problem now? And then I start, get angry, like, what is the problem? Like, I was just thinking about the clouds, So we Bulgarians, we are in general so honest. We tell everything in the eyes because, for example, we are like this, like, if I like you, I will show you. Like, I will not trying to be polite, nice with you, or like, I will be true with you.
Yeah.
And with the people who I'm honest, who I'm telling everything, it's because I care, because these people are interesting for me, because I wanted communication with this. The bad one is that when I stop speaking, like with someone, because this means that this person, for me, it's like I'm not speaking general, of course. Like I speak about main communication with the people. I know that sometimes but also in life I'm like this. I'm so honest, but it's better for me. I know that I like from people to tell me everything. Like, Christina, you are fat, you are skinny, you are ugly, you are not playing good. And I after that I will search my way how to find the solution. But for me it's so important that you need to know what is happening around you. You need to know how you look like, how you're playing, how you walk, how you everything. And I know that if I like, I'll accept. If I don't like, I'll just not hear. I close my ears and I go forward. And all this stuff that I'm telling, for example, sometimes I know, because here the people are so polite, are so nice all the time. Also my English barrier, of course, like I can use other words 100% to express myself, but it's so hard, of course, especially when I'm emotional during the game and all this stuff. So that's why I look little arrogant in some way, but it's nothing against anyone. It's everything from my heart. Like, it's really natural and really with love I make. But this that I hate, when I fight for the right, like about the referee, that I fight with them all the time. I just want to be clear that you are not right. I accept that you missed this situation, that you didn't understand, and that you didn't judge in the right way. But I just want that he understand. But because in the future I had this same referee, that after that, when I show myself that I'm not agree with him, he changed his opinion, and next game he didn't accept this mistake of the other team. So we are working forward.
It's all true. It's all like it's the best part. Coach Saunders, Renee and I, we laugh so hard because we feel bad for the official. We're like, oh, here she comes. She's like, run! Like, we want to tell the official, run! She's coming. There's no way you're not gonna win.
I know.
Christina, please tell me about Maggie. Give me something about Maggie that fans may not know.
Maggie has so good sense of humor. She make me laugh so much. Like, she's really high level of humor. For me, it's so important to know how to make jokes, in this kind of level. She's so positive. She's so nice, and she's so how can I tell? It's like soft with the people. Like, she's caring the people. Like, I see that how she care about with her friends, because of course, like the younger one, like they have their things, but I see how she care, how she think about the people around. And I think that she's a touchy person. Like, sometimes she accept the kind of situation little more inside than need to be. But this is again about the years and the ages. So I'm sure that everything is also, I was like more emotional than now. But in general, she's really like funny and really one of the best jokes, and she makes the best pulls in our group all the time. Like, these pulls that she's like asking questions.
The polls, yeah.
And she makes us all the time laughing. And also she's I want to tell that she grew up so much since I came here about volleyball. Since I came here, I came in 7 February. until now. Volleyball, she play right now really different and really much better. She's listener, like she's asking, and this is so important. It's not that we know everything. It's about feedback and communication. And she all the time trying to make her best, and she's really hard worker. So every time before every practice, she's going there and practice. And this is the main thing, like for the young people, they need to practice more than us, than the oldest, like. But I like she's wonderful, really. She's really nice. And sometimes I feel so sad that I'm so honest, and maybe
No.
she will not accept in good way, but I just want to tell, like I cannot stop. I just want that she can be better in some things.
No,
But she's really grow up so much in the volleyball since I came. Now, for example, against her when I'm jumping block, for me it's so hard because before that she was like attacking in same direction. Now she changed. She attack over the block. She's searching my fingers, and I'm trying to catch her. And this is also, I grow up more. She grow up more, and this is really good about our performance after.
Maggie, let me ask, what's the difference? And to be fair, like knowing that everybody on the floor in the Pro Volleyball Federation is playing at a higher level with a greater degree of talent. Your adjustment has been playing at the highest level in college volleyball to the Pro Volleyball Federation. What's been the biggest adjustment for you?
Honestly, just playing against people in our gym every day that are very smart has been one of the biggest things. I know I've talked about speed of the game. The speed is a little different, but just, I don't know, in college, the speed's a little slower, and I'd say like blocking, you get away with like more blocks because I feel like there's less thought process going through like people's attacks. And I think too, and I know I've talked with like Tori and Cree just about like my blocking, because sometimes it's just so like Cree's like, you need to stay in, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like I'm doing the same thing, but it's just not working here. And I think that just shows like the intelligence of the game is so much higher, and you have people that are just, you're not in the right place and you get used as you're blocking, or if you're on defense, you get caught. And sometimes that just didn't happen in college, and now it happens, and you're like, you just have to be more disciplined.
Christina, how define the international game versus Pro Volleyball Federation with the rule adjustments, the substitution changes, and maybe a different style of play. How is it different in your mind?
Here, like I see a lot, like you're so physical, like from every team you can find more than 3 players who are jumping so high, who have so much power. In Europe, we don't have this kind of physical. That's why we are working like in every team, good team, I speak, one of the best teams. We have 2, maximum 3 players. But like that's why we are working so much about details, about technique, smart playing, to be in the system all the time, a lot of defense, and a lot of little things that are really, like with my experience, these are the main things. Like if you don't give good free ball, if you don't good quality of the setter, this you can cost all the work that you done all year. Like I lost so many games. Now I had goosebumps because I remember, like, because of bad decision, because of not focus, because I was just like, I will not take this situation so serious about easy things. I speak only this, not attack. Everyone can attack, everyone can make service, but the main thing, that's why Italy is one of the big school of volleyball in Europe, I think in the world in general, men and women volleyball, because from young girls there, push them to be perfect on easy situation, easy things, like to give perfect ball to the setter, the setter know where to set all the time to control the ball. And this is the difference here. The things that I like, and I really was surprised from the beginning, because I'm used to it so quickly volleyball in Europe, because we don't have so much physical, so we play quickly. We play really quickly with a lot of defense. And from the beginning for me was so hard because I was early everywhere and the player was jumping over me because they're powerful, they're jumping. And so I need to stop. I was watching myself all the time. What is happening? Why I'm not making block? Why I'm not making attack? Then I realized while I was watching all the time my videos where I'm wrong, I just realized that I need to push more with my legs and I need to give 100% in every movement, because in Europe, because of the quickness, because the speed is so crazy, like you have 4 players in the same rhythm, like they attack in the same moment, and you need to be like touch blocking. This is perfect job. And here and after that I will start watching myself and I just realized like that I need to use all my capacity of my body in every moment to be successful in every situation, because also here the defense is so risky. Like we care little more, like in Europe we care little more about, for example, kind of like running like for crazy balls that okay, like next ball I just give better, that's all. Like I will not. And here all the players are running like crazy, risking their lives. Sometimes I'm like, and that's why it's going like the release are so, all the rallies are so intense and are so long and continue because everyone give their life for this ball.
Yeah.
Also, if the score it's not 25-25, also if the score it's 2-2, like it's the beginning of the set. And this is I like this because I think I'm kind of physical player, like powerful, I think. And I like because I can use all my capacity in a lot of situation, and I love to see myself, can I block this high like jumper player, or to provocate myself, to motivate today I want to block exactly this player, or I want to attack there, can I try, all this stuff. So for me it's a really great experience. That's why I'm enjoying so much here.
Christina, there's so much to. I mean, you're a defensive elite player. In the world, you're defensively in the top tier. But I noticed that you're as you talk about facial expression, your facial expressions when you make a great offensive play in transition, that you may get more joy from it. Both you and Tori, when you get your sets and you put it to the floor, that may bring you more joy than a block. What's the bigger joy for you?
When I make a block in the end of the set, when I finish the game with block,
yeah,
or when I tried after, like when I'm the person who helped to all the team for example, they give me like they give to me the last ball, or I had 2 blocks and I just make the best decision for the team. This is my favorite one.
Maggie, it's been a great run. I know that it's educational and it's informative to get the experience and the knowledge, but against Orlando, you get the call. Coach Bird looks down the bench and says, all right, Maggie, it's time. We talked about it in the post-game, but in the post-match, but let's go through it again. That when she looks down, you had put in the good week's practice, so you're feeling pretty good. But when she calls you in, can you honestly expect to have the kind of success that you had, or was it expected for you to be ready and to perform as you did, as the team needed?
It's definitely different going from practices to games, and I think obviously I know that. I don't know. I don't really know what I expected. I think I was just feeling confident because my teammates were confident in me and Bird was confident in me, and I had prayed before the game just like to give everyone peace and calmness out there, and I think I truly felt that as I was playing, and I was like, I think that's what allowed me to play well and do what we needed to do to help the team win. And I think, I don't know what I expected, and I think, have no expectations but have all the expectations in the world.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just played volleyball at the end of the day, bump, set, spike, and I was like, I do this every day, so might as well just do it right now. But it was a lot easier knowing Nati had confidence in me and was feeding me the ball, and just, I don't know, I'd do something, my teammates were cheering me on, and even if we like Cree and I, we didn't get a block, and she's like, that's a great setup. That's a great setup. And it's just like, those cues are good to hear because, you know, you're not always getting every single point, but just knowing you're doing your job and knowing that you're kind of blending in there well, just it's reassuring. And you know that you can't get every point, but you're still allowing the team success.
I'll ask you both a thing that I know that you've been asked before, but I need for these listeners to hear your answers to it because it's important for perspective that what you're doing, not only in the Federation, but in Omaha, that you're changing the lives, vision, perspective, vantage of young boys and girls about the sport you love. You're creating a path that didn't exist, that now young girls can come to Omaha Supernovas matches across the country, see themselves in you, and then decide, you know what? Maybe this is for me. Maybe this is a way for me. How does that play to each of you? Christina, I'll ask you first, because you've been in this thing, and now there's a full-on pro league in America that gives young ladies like you, the next Christina is out there, a chance to see themselves in this game played at the highest level. What does that mean to you?
First, I want to tell that also our media and all this social media help a lot, that like they're working really good because they make everything so to make the girls to be more in love in us.
Mm-hmm.
And second, for me, what I had, like, as you heard, I had really hard moment to become a volleyball player. Like, volleyball was not for me. And then look the life, how it turned, like, was crazy. Like, now all my life is volleyball and I love volleyball. So this is kind of example that it's so nice that I had, and I can show that it's never late. If you like, because everyone was telling me in that back of the days when I was 14 years old, and you're so late, you can't be a volleyball player, you can't play, you cannot walk, you can't walk straight, you're so out of coordination and all this stuff. And now I say I have so much self-confidence in me, in my life. This volleyball give me this person that I became. Of course, is what my mom and dad and my family, but after 14 years old, I had all my teacher was volleyball. All this suffering during the practice, suffering during hard games, pains, not a good decision, bad situation with the coaches and the players. Because of this, I became, I think I'm really good person. Like I think I'm really good hard person. Like I have really self-confidence that I can go outside and I can show myself, look, I'm Christina. It's not about that I'm volleyball player, like a human, like a person. And this is the special thing that sport give you. So volleyball for me, it's also so feminine sport in general. I think we look volleyball players. I love all the sport. I admire basketball. For me, basketball, it's my top sport.
Mm-hmm.
But volleyball is so beautiful to watch, especially to women, because the girls are so beautiful. Like all the atmosphere there, it's really different, and it's so nice that here became like pro volleyball league. So all the girls who are asking themselves, what should I want to practice something, but I don't like football, I don't like basketball is not for me, I don't know, gymnastics is not for me. Finally, they can go and they can maybe find that this is their sport. So the main thing is that I want the people to just play volleyball, just to feel how the life will, like how much gifts will give you this sport after. To see, to feel all these moments that I had, and I will have a lot, because I'm sure that I'm sure that I didn't learn everything. Like every year I learn everything from everyone. So this is the main thing that I'm happy about this, because you have one more sport, beautiful sport that you have in USA, and I hope that will become more and more big and huge, and to be like something like NBA, NBL, and NFL and all this stuff.
I fully think that is that is a true statement in full, that what you're doing for yourselves is what you're allowing and enabling some young people around the world to see and maybe see themselves in it, and maybe it keeps them in a positive light. Maggie, what is it for you in watching all of this develop and form, that you're kind of a superhero in this thing, that you're giving people another option to see a way to express themselves?
Yeah, I think it's cool knowing that people, when I was younger, I didn't watch a lot of volleyball. I know I had my friend at the time was committed to play at Wisconsin, and her family thankfully would bring me to games, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But before that, it's just, I didn't watch a lot of volleyball. You didn't see it on TV, and I think just being a part of what's happening now, it's just, it's out there. A lot of people know about it. We walk through an airport and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are the new pro volleyball team. And it's like, how, part of me is like, yeah, everyone knows. And then part of me is just like, wow, it's cool that it's spreading so fast and people are excited about it. But just even allowing different families across the world even to just watch volleyball a little bit more is, all you can ask for. It's an awesome sport, and I hope everyone watches it. I don't know, everyone deserves to watch some good volleyball, and that's what this is. So it's been exciting to see and watch it unravel.
I have to tell you, and again, through all of this, giving access to it, and I try to stay low and out of the picture a lot of times, just to watch and let the team be authentic around each other. But then there's the nosy part of me that watches relationships. And what I know, the coach in me and the athlete in me identifies when a team has found a connection, a real connection. This team seems to really love each other. So I'll ask you both, is that a statement of truth? Because you have some incredible teammates. Is this really, does this team love each other the way it appears to be?
I want to tell that I admire all of the girls and all of the staff, because they're so open-minded. Like, everyone wants their feedback, and that's how the communication become easy, and that's how become the friendship. Because when you are open-minded, when you accept and try to help for each other, this how we create, and the connection start to be bigger and strong and bond. Also, in every girls, like when they're in the court, in the practice, or doesn't matter, in the games, I have a fire in their eyes. Like, they want to do it, like they want to win. They're like disappointed, like they're in this situation, and I can count on everyone. Like, I can count even for just in really hard and tough moment. I just turn back, for example, of the girls that they're really, I love them. Like, all the girls that, like Maggie, Gabby, all the girls that they're supporting us, they're not in the, I don't know how call this, like in the six, like in the court in the time.
Right.
And I know that from everyone who I turn and I feel confusion or I feel bad during the game, I just turn and I see that they're ready to enter. They're like really ready. I see that if Bert Theo right away one name, this girl will go inside and do her 100%. Nobody's angry, nobody's blaming someone, nobody's searching, oh, she did mistake, because this is typical girly problems in general. Like, she was watching me so bad, that's why I didn't set her, or she didn't cover me when I said so, that's why I did mistake, Nobody do this. Everyone wanted to help each other and listen. This is the main thing in volleyball, because the game is so quickly, the ball come all the time between us, and everyone listen each other. And with these kind of little things, the connection and the bond start to be strong and strong, because with around everyone, I think also the girls think in the same way, like everyone feel each other and give their best. We are different characters, but to have 12 and more, how much girls? We are 18.
Yeah.
Around 18 girls, and all of these 18, it's so hard to be in this kind of group with girls, because emotional problems, girls, boys, family, all this stuff. But everyone are like warriors. They go inside, they come in the gym, and they start to practice. Nobody do any phases to try to disturb the other one. We are here to win. We want to win. I want to help you, and this is the main thing. And because the girls are so clever and so intelligent, they understand this, and that's why we just grow up and build our relationship.
Maggie, for you.
I mean, I think we do a great job of just being competitors, and I think with that comes a territory of, you know, not everyone's going to play. And I think what Cree was saying is, I think people that aren't playing, obviously we want to be playing, but understanding the role of, you know, you're going to be a great teammate off the court, and if you get your chance to go in, then you get your chance and you're going to be great doing that. But I think that comes with just, we all want to win. We all want to win, and I think we understand that in order to win, we have to be great teammates, and we have to be kind to each other every day in the gym. And it's hard. It's hard when you're competing against each other, and it's hard when there's some calls that don't go your way in practice and when you're competing for a spot. But at the end of the day, like, if someone's going to play over me and we're going to win, am I going to be upset? Maybe, but I'm still going to be happy that they're playing and they're doing well and they're winning. And I think we just do a good job of showing that, like, we're going to compete with each other. Like, I'm going to be my best in the gym and I'm going to try to beat you out, and you're going to be better because of that. And I think that truly shows, like, we're just really connected in the sense that we want each other to be better. And if that's just being competitive and wanting to win every day. So, and I think it brings us closer together. Like, we can be, you know, going head to head in practice, but we're still friends. Like, I want to beat you and I want to be better than you. But at the end of the day, like, that's how I care for you. Like, I would be a bad friend and a bad teammate if I was just like, hey, Paige, you can have this kill in practice. Like, I want you to be really great, you know, just like pull some hands, you know. Obviously, I want my teammates to succeed, but also we need to get better. And I think, I don't know, that's how I see, like, how we connect with each other and how we kind of mesh together is just wanting to be better and wanting to make each other better.
I want to close in this, that the ride through this portion of the season, and of course, the big match in Atlanta this weekend. But I'll say this: been around a lot of teams, and the championship factor is the it thing. You're all of equal talent and skill, but your ability to work together for each other, and then how you engage each other. Listen, the Pro Volleyball Federation and the Omaha Supernovas have two incredible ambassadors from different places in the world who love the game of volleyball the same way at the highest level. Omaha and Nebraska and the Pro Volleyball Federation are lucky to have you both. It is exceptional what you're doing and how you do it and who you are. It is just impressive. Good luck. I'll see you at the airport. But ladies, thank you for sharing yourselves with the folks tonight. And let's get a W in Atlanta. How about that?
Yeah. Go
Thank you.
Supernovas!
Go
Win!
Supernovas!
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Christina Vuchkova and Maggie Cartwright of the Supernovas. That'll be it for one-on-one for tonight. Don't go anywhere. DPE up next. Don't Punt Hour coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.